Good morning. Before we get started, I would just like to announce some special guests that we have here. Molly McClanahan, the Board of Trustees, North Orange County Community College District. Want to take a stand there? Thank you. Ryan Bent, Board of Trustees. Dr. Cheryl Marshall, Chancellor of the North Orange County Community College District. Valentina Pertel, Provost, North Orange Continuing Ed. Karen Baptista, Dean of the Cypress College Center here. Stacy Berry, Mayor of Cypress Pro Tem.
Before we begin, please take a moment to silence your cell phone. My name is Cheryl Morrison, and I would like to welcome you to the 19th Annual WISE Students Flag Day Ceremony. WISE stands for Work Independence, Self-Advocacy, and Education. Okay, please notice these 5 black, Please notice these 5 black flagpole stands around the flagpole. I would like to introduce Eric Rodriguez Sandoval, who was responsible for making these 5 sturdy flagpole stands as his Eagle Project for the Boy Scouts of America. Each stand holds 10 flags and were built to last. As a token of appreciation, the WISE class would like to give Eric a desk-sized United States flag. Thank you, Eric, for a job well done.
My name is Frederick Segi. Our red, white, and blue flag represents 50 states. Many creative and inventive people from all the states have contributed to the growth of our country. Each state will enter the ceremony in the order that they were admitted to the Union. The first official United States flag was adopted on June 14, 1777, when Vermont and Kentucky were added to the Union, which brought the total of 15 stars, which you now see displayed. We will add stars by the correct corresponding years. Please hold your applause until all 50 states have entered. Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, Mississippi. July 4, 1818, Congress passed a 20-star flag. Illinois, July 4, 1819, Congress passed a 21-star flag. Alabama, Maine, July 4, 1820, Congress passed a 23-star flag. Missouri, July 4, 1822, Congress passed a 24-star flag. This flag was our official flag for 14 years. Arkansas, July 4, 1836, Congress passed a 25-star flag. Michigan, July 4, 1837, Congress passed a 26-star flag. This was our official flag for 8 years.
Florida, July 4th, 1845, Congress passed the 27-star flag. Texas, July 4th, 1846, Congress passed the 28-star flag. Iowa, July 4th, 1947, Congress passed the 29-star flag. Wisconsin, July 4th, 1848, Congress passed the 30-star flag. California, July 4th, 1851, Congress passed the 31-star flag. Minnesota, 7 years go by, and on July 4th, 1858, Congress passed the 32-star flag. Oregon, July 4th, 1859, Congress passed the 33-star flag. Kansas, July 4th, 1861, Congress passed the 34-star flag. West Virginia, July 4th, 1863, Congress passed the 35-star flag. Nevada, July 4th, 1865, Congress passed the 36-star flag. Nebraska, Colorado, 10 years go by, and on July 4th, 1877, Congress passed the 38-star flag. 13 passed and more states were added to the Union. Before Congress passed the 43-star flag on July 4th, 1890, North Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming. July 4th, 1891, Congress passed the 44-star flag. Utah, 5 more years go by, and on July 4th, 1896, Congress passed the 45-star flag. Oklahoma, 12 years passed, and on July 4th, 1908, Congress passed the 46-star flag. New Mexico. Arizona, July 4th, 1912, Congress passed the 48-star flag. This was our official flag for 47 years. Alaska, July 4th, 1959, Congress passed the 49-star flag. Hawaii, July 4th, 1960, Congress passed the 50-star flag. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Chancellor of the North Orange County Community College District, Dr. Cheryl Marshall.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a great honor and privilege to be part of this ceremony today. I hope you're as happy to be here as I am. Got our flags. Barbara asked me just to share a few thoughts about patriotism and what it means to me. And I thought about our country and the principles that we're founded on, and how every single one of us has the opportunity to be free and to pursue our education, to pursue our dreams. And I hope that you're doing that here at North Orange Continuing Education. Each one of you matters, and each one of you contributes to our country in so many ways, and we want you to know how much we appreciate you. So thank you for this ceremony today. Thank you for putting it together and participating in it. Thank you to all the family and friends who are here. And let's reflect on our flag and what that means, that we have a united country. And we're not perfect, but every one of us has a chance to really be everything that we can be by being members of this country. So thank you so much for being here today.
It is again my pleasure to introduce Stacy Berry, Mayor of Pro Tem of the City of Cypress.
Good morning. And thank you, Barbara, for the invitation to be included in the ceremony this morning. I have to share that I was really excited when Barbara asked me to be here today and told me about this event and that it's been going on for 19 years. And that's because there just aren't many Flag Day celebrations. While Flag Day was celebrated in communities for years after Woodrow Wilson's proclamation in 1916, it wasn't until August 3rd, 1949, that President Truman signed an act of Congress designating June 14th as National Flag Day. And yet it's not recognized as a holiday by many. There are picnics, fireworks, days off work. But with all the turmoil and conflict in our nation, in our state and in our communities now, these types of ceremonies that unite people rather than divide have become even more important. So I believe for all of us, being here this morning is particularly special and notable. As an elected official, there are days which between events, committee meetings, and board meetings, I'll recite the Pledge of Allegiance 2, 3, even 4 times in one day. And I think it's wonderful. But what I find happens with that frequency is that it's all too easy to say the words without really stopping to think about the meaning behind our pledge and our flag. I know for me, when I take the time to really pause and be present while facing the beautiful flag and reciting those 31 years, the significance of our flag and the pledge we make to it and all it embodies are truly heartfelt. And honestly, I find myself getting choked up a bit over this great nation and the freedoms our flag symbolizes. Our flag is a great reminder to greet each and every day with an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude to those who had the courage and the foresight to establish these United States, as well as gratitude to those who continue to fight to preserve the freedoms we have come to cherish. And it's because of what our majestic flag stands for that allows us as a nation to have the freedom to have our voices heard, to speak our minds and opinions, and to have frank and open conversations about difficult issues, social, political, and economic. But that's the beauty of our country. It seems that in today's world, though, it's impossible to turn on the news, peruse social media, or read a news article online without some sort of combative discourse. The news seems to flourish on highlighting the contentious and disruptive. The message seems to be, we're divided, we're a nation in crisis. However, standing before you here today, I don't believe that for a moment. We are a melting pot of people, and in that pot we're incredibly diverse and passionate. We are different. We're different ethnicities, different abilities, different economic backgrounds, educational levels, religions, gender, different home life experiences. But as I look out among all of you, I don't see those differences. I see what unites us. I see Americans united under one flag, the flag of the United States of America. We have much more in common than that sets us apart. And in an era such as this, we as Americans should focus on the commonalities which bring us together and celebrate the American spirit with kindness and respect. I love this country. Let's face it, it's the best nation on the planet. It's true. It's truly the land of opportunity and freedom. Where else would a shy tomboy, the first in her family to graduate from college, be standing before you all here today as Mayor Pro Tem of this wonderful city of Cypress? I believe that all of us are here today, and we have been positioned at this particular place in this particular time for a reason. Let's not waste this moment. Let's take it and run with it as we celebrate Flag Day and all it represents. Let's vow to begin anew and move forward with compassion, consideration, and appreciation for others as Americans, united under one flag. I'd like to end this morning with a quote from Ronald Reagan. His words are from Flag Day in 1981, but certainly ring true today. When we honor our flag, we honor what we stand for as a nation: freedom, equality, justice, and hope. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of the ceremony today, and happy Flag Day.
To show respect for the United States flag, it's customary to place your right hand over your heart when the flag begins to move until it reaches the top of the flagpole. I'd like to introduce Mr. Sean Akil.
Audience attention, please stand. Color guard attention. Color guard advance. Color guard post colors. Please join me in slowly reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart and ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join Steve Auger in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Colored Guard salute. 1, 2. Colored Guard about face. You're a grand. Please be seated. You're a grand old flag.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Colored Guard dismissed.
The square dance is uniquely American. Early in this century, as America became more modern, square dancing nearly died out. Henry Ford had a major impact in its revival. Mr. Ford desired the high standards of square dancing versus what he considered the evils of jazz. Henry sponsored a square dance program for the Dearborn Public Schools, and soon Mr. Ford was sponsoring square dance classes in several schools, including many colleges and universities. Old-fashioned square dancing became the rage again. Even today, the square dance tradition continues, as there are square dancing clubs that meet all around the United States. The students have been practicing this dance for nearly 2 years. We hope you enjoy this more contemporary square dance, danced by couple number 1, Karina and Jake, couple number 2, Frederick and Diana, couple number 3, Yolanda and Jose, and couple number 4, Angie and Boo.
Headman, take your corner, go forward and back. Forward again, get Osado, go one time around that old track. Sideman with your corner, forward and back. Forward again, you know, Osado. Circle, circle. Then you all join hands and circle left. You circle hand in hand around that old line. Out and left. That corner grand, right and left around, right and left grand until you meet that man. Osado. Headman, take your corner forward, go up and back. The same for your circle left. One time inside that old track. Make a left-hand start the other way home, where you'll do your own, go back to back. To the corner, ladies, swing that corner, girl. Then all join your hands, go forward, up and back in time. Promenade, you promenade along, you dancing to this song, dancing to the sugar blues. Headman, take your corner, go up and back. The same for your circle left. One time around that old track. Make a left-hand start the other way around. I say, Osado your own. To the corner, ladies, swing that corner. All join your hands, go forward, up. Come back with me. Promenade. You promenade around with the cutest girl in town, dancing to the sugar blues. Sidemen, take your corner, go up and back. The same for your Osado. One time around that inside track. Headman with your corner, go up and back. Same for your Osado. One time around your nose and all join hands, go back. You circle hand in hand around that old land in Alabama. Your corner grand, right and left around. A right and left grand, go walking round that land. Osado. Sidemen with your corner, go up and back. The same for your circle left. One time inside that old track. Make a left-hand start the other way around. Osado your own, go back to back. To your corner, ladies, swing that corner, girl. Then all join your hands, go forward, up. Come back, I say, promenade. You promenade around that old town, dancing to the sugar blues. Sidemen, take your corner, go up and back. The same for your circle left. One time around the inside track. Left hand start the other way around. son of your own. Go back to back, I say, to the corner, ladies, swing. That corner girl, then all join your hands, go forward up. Now back in time, promenade. You promenade around the ring, now take her back again. Dance into that sugar blues. Four ladies promenade inside the square. Get back home, you gonna swing. Just swing your man right there. All circle left. You circle hand in hand around that old land. Alabama. Oh, weave around that ring, you go, you weave it in and out. Until you meet your date, you decide who you're on. And promenade her home, yes, you promenade, you see. This is where you ought to be. Dance to the sugar blues. Everybody go forward and back.
They did great. I lost my script. I wanted to thank my staff for working so hard on this event. This was a big project, and they stepped up to the plate and they worked hard and just didn't sit back and let somebody else do it. They all worked so hard. I'd like to thank Mary and Nicole, Rosie, Maria, Nick, and Bailey. Please give them a round of applause. Dr. Marshall and Mayor Pro Tem and for Steve Auger for taking the time and coming to this event. We appreciate it so much. Lastly, I'd like to thank my students. A huge thank you for learning to do the flag ceremony and realizing that when we give back to the community, we are being a good citizen. And that has been a lesson all year this year. When we can do something for the community, then we are helping to be good citizens. And also, they have also learned that if you want to do anything good in life, it takes a lot of practice. And they practiced with a great attitude every week for a very long time. And so they deserve a grand round of applause. Most of you know that I am retiring in just a couple weeks, and I wanted to thank all of the families for the past 41 years. I don't want to cry, I wasn't part of it. For the past 41 years for putting your student in my class, because each and every one of them has impacted my life and made my life so rich. And I am totally appreciative, but it is now time for me to step aside, and new leadership will begin at the beginning of July. And I would like to introduce Megan Reeves, the new instructor, and there she is. I hope if you are a parent and have your student in the program next year, you'll introduce yourself to Megan. She'll hang out for a while, I hope. Thank you all for coming. Without an audience, we would not have an event. If you would like to join our class for lunch, we will be at Out of the Park Pizza on Ball Avenue in Buena Park. Will my students very quickly gather for a picture?